boy got balls of steel because at 23 to go up against the GOAT of this division.
Fuck the legend, man. I'm going big
That's
Bam
what Mark
Bam.
is saying. Fuck the legend. But fuck you. He's kind of old news. So MJ needs to go out there, remind everybody, like, hey, bro, like, fucking I was the best guy in this division.
Passing out the medicines. We've been on that rock star regimen, knowing that I'm heaven sent, higher than I ever been. I got a problem with.
What's going on, guys? And welcome to Totally Blitzed Fight Club. And we got a DAZN boxing promotions to talk about today. Jesse BamBam Rodriguez versus Srisaket For Rungvisai. Legend. Main event. And of course, we got the co-main event we're going to talk as well, which is MJ Akhmadaliev versus Ronny Rios. And the women's undisputed Jesse McCaskill versus Alma Iberra. But before we get into the action, give us a like, give us a subscribe, comment down below your picks. And as always, these are your hosts for the show. I'm Paul Pickin Wyndham Concha, the boxing student, straight A's, got my beer, and I'm joined with.
I'm not gonna lie, that nigga Mark is disrespectful. Hey man, it's your boy Lil KK, aka the Don P.O., aka Mr. Sauce. I'm dipping and dripping at the same time. And I got my shot ready to go. Let's talk some boxing, you dirty bitches and non-dirty bitches.
Hey man, what's going on? It's your boy Mark, man. Fuck them hoes, man.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm just playing, bro. Boxing women gotta show me something so I can respect it, bro. That's all I gotta say.
So you telling me
it's not like the UFC,
you telling me dead to my face, Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano wasn't
no, that's different. Go a couple episodes back. I definitely gave them their clout, but or like my homegirl Sarah Shields, I give her props too. But just as an overall base woman boxing, like overall. Or there's another one. I think her what's her name? I've been following her on the gram. She's a champ. She got like a knockout in like 12 seconds into the fight, like broke the record. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot her name. But either way, as a whole, compared to like at least like UFC, bro, like UFC women fights be top notch entertainment, bro. Like, come on, it'd be better than some of the men's boxing fights. Like, come on, like it's just. And then women boxing, when you watch it, it's a slower pace, and then they try them with the 2 minutes, so they don't even let them fully work. So I always like to talk my shit about that bullshit. Yeah, me.
Hey.
We here, bro. We hear you loud and clear, Marcus.
If Marcus ever has a daughter, I'm proud of Dub. She's gonna have boxing gloves in her crib. Like she gonna save the women's. She gonna save the women's division of boxing.
Yeah.
Anyone listening to this that is a woman and they want to express their concerns,
come at me.
Send them at Marcus in the comment section. Me and Kev love women boxing.
Oh, I loved it. Oh my gosh. I believe it. I'm a big fan of it.
Biggest fan. That is the reason why we're opening our episode with the women's fight. We got Jessica McCaskill versus Alma Iberra for all 4 of Jessica McCaskill's welterweight belts. She's undisputed, bro.
Damn, they're opening. Damn.
Yeah, but hey, they was literally. We would have been talking 4 fights if Julio Martinez didn't pull out, and they would have been opening up for them. Like I said, boxing. This is the redhead stepchild of boxing as of late.
Somehow I'm gonna blame this on Eddie Hearn. I'm gonna find a way.
And Marcus.
Hey, this card's low key. What I keep hearing is gonna be the card of the year. So like, I know they're gonna put on a performance. They might even have the fight of the night. Who knows? But I'll give it I'll give them their credit.
I refuse to believe that DAZN card will ever have a fight of the year on there.
No, I will say, Marcus. I heard the same thing Marcus heard.
I refuse. This is watching. Are you guys watching me refuse? I'm refusing.
They usually don't got enough fighters to make a fucking, but This shit's gonna be a nice ass card, and then to start this off, a world title fight, especially if she's gonna come out with some vengeance and go for a knockout. Maybe go and fight Serrano or somewhere along that lines. Then shit, shout out her.
I mean, I don't think she'll ever fight Serrano. Only not ever, but the only reason I don't think she'll fight Serrano is because her two people she wanted to fight was the Katie Taylor rematch, undisputed versus undisputed, or Calista Shields undisputed versus.
Getting fucked up by shit.
I agree, but those are the fights that she's looking for. She's also 37, and she doesn't look 37 the way she fights, but she's a little older, so I feel like she knows like if she wants to get shit done, you got to fight right now, and all those people kind of didn't like. They were busy, kind of didn't want to fight or whatever going on boxing politics. So Serrano, she don't have a belt no more. Like, what is she bringing to the table that like she can win, that she gain other than than the defense? That's why I think with her sight sets, the money's a thing, but I think with her sight sets, if she really want to go with a legacy before she turns 40, she wants to at least go like one more big fight for like belt, like undisputed versus undisputed. And that's also why we got Iberra as the opponent, because all those people were so busy. They were like, fuck it, we gotta stay busy. Who's out there? And then they fucking
the next best thing.
Yeah, and they've got Alma Iberra, 10-1 Mexican brawler. And that's why this fight's gonna be fucking fun. You got brawler versus brawler.
That's gonna be interesting because I always love those fights, those stay busy fights, because that's how you get caught slipping. That's how like Andy Ruiz beats Anthony Joshua. Like you get caught slipping. That's when you catch somebody slipping. I don't think that's gonna be the case in this fight. But if it did happen, I would enjoy that shit.
That's the biggest nights of not the biggest nights of boxing, but like those are some of the most fun nights on the Twitter boxing, and excited is when a big name person gets upset, KO'd, especially if they're holding belts against like a stay busy guy.
I hope they put on a great performance, man. Don't mind my hatred.
Yeah, Marcus, we understand. That boy Marcus, he
came out a little ruthless, but I just had to express it, man, because they gotta hold their weight too.
Yeah, because Marcus, dead ass, but Marcus, he saw the card and he was like, "Women." That boy got upset. I don't know. But yeah, he had to get it off his chest. I feel
it. And so as a whole, I see consistency in the divisions. Nothing personal against no one or gender. Just as pure entertainment as a fan, man.
I think he's just setting out a challenge. Like,
no, but I mean, them girls grind in the gym now. I definitely ain't calling them out on their skills, but I don't know. It doesn't hold the same weight as like when I watch a UFC women's fight, bro. Like they fight different. It's different watching.
I will say, give this fight a chance, just because these are like I said, McCaskill's all.
Oh no, I definitely will. I'm gonna still be tuned in for sure, because I already know this is gonna be fight of the year, card of like I think it's gonna be card of the year. So
it has the depth.
Yeah, I won't let my hate blind me.
Yeah, nice.
But also, I can never personally go against anybody with kill in their name. Like you was literally breed like McCaskill. Like
she better kill.
Yeah, Kill. That's what her name ends in. Like that's so hard to me. Like Casa Killer is what she calls it. But yeah, shout out to that. But let's really get into the real boxing. Let's talk. Let's talk about these co-main and main events. We got NJ Akhmadaliev versus Ronny Rios.
This is a rare thing to see a undisputed champion, or not undisputed, a unified champion on a fucking co-main event. You won't see this often, only in these little weight classes.
I did tell Marcus I don't know if I told you, Kevin, but the funniest thing to me was on the main card, the heaviest people were the women. I thought that was so crazy. Like everyone else is $110, $120, and then the women are 147. I was like, that's crazy. All these little firecracker men are fighting. But NJ Akhmadaliev is that dude, Uzbek style. Uzbek. That way, like Uzbek warrior. That boy's a fucking show all on his own right.
Hell yeah, bro. I'm excited to see him because I want to see what this could lead to, man. Maybe to the end of the year, get the big fight.
Well, before we talk about what this fight may lead into, with this fight in particular, though, is it one-sided or is this going to be like? Do you think there's a because Ronny Rios is the mandatory here, and this fight has honestly been delayed, I think, twice already.
Nah, man, I think it's gonna be one-sided. I think NJ's gonna come out here, and I think he needs a big performance too. Like I think he needs to come out here and show out. Maybe I think it might go in the later rounds though. I don't know if it's gonna be nothing like a clean flush or nothing, but I think he needs to come out here and get a big stoppage, maybe in like 8th, 9th, 10th round or something, or maybe just clean sweep, 12-round decision. But
I agree with you. He definitely needs something big. He's 10-0, already unified champion. He came out of the amateur with the same class as Haney Shakur, Robeisy Ramirez, who we saw this last week knock out Abraham Nova. So like this is a deep amateur fucking class. And he was honestly like a year ago, I saw like 2 years ago, he was the biggest name out of that class because he was already unified. He beat Danny Roman. And then this fight, he's been fucking delayed twice. And while he's been delayed twice, that boy Stephen Fulton, cool. He's taking over. Like when you talk about this division, who's number one? Who's in number one in everybody's mind right now is Stephen Fulton. And and honestly, a year ago, if you would ask that question, it was MJ Akhmadaliev. Like he was by far the best. And then Fulton had a hell of a 2021, and the start of a 2022. And now he's kind of old news. So MJ needs to go out there, remind everybody, like, hey, bro, like, fucking, I was the best guy in this division. I'm going to knock out this guy. And I'm going to go, like, he can't fight Fulton next because he had this fight delayed so many times. His IBF mandatory is now popped up. And now he has to fight Tapales after this. So he's
crazy.
Yeah, he's kind of in mandatory hell. Because this fight's been delayed a couple of times, it's now holding up the division because we all want to see Fulton versus MJ Akhmadaliev, make it undisputed because that's the fight to make it.
They're two of the best in the division, man. That's all we want to see.
And I
upgrade my dog to franchise champion and let him go at it.
but my dog Akhmadaliev, I think this fight's gonna be similar to Artur Beterbiev versus Joe Smith. Not in the way it will be a massacre because he doesn't have bricks for hands like that. But I think he's just gonna completely outclass this other guy, and then within the same reasoning as why Beterbiev outclassed Smith, because everybody was on Bivol dick in a sort of way because Bivol beat Canelo, and no one gave a fuck about Beterbiev. Bivol's the best 175 or Bivol, like no one else is. And that's what Akhmadaliev, I think his mindset is in the same mindset that Beterbiev was before Joe Smith of like, hey, everybody's forgot about me in this division. Like,
right.
I have 2 belts for a reason. Like that, like let's not fucking forget about me. And he needs to, and he honestly needs to do that. And I think he will do that. I think this is a fucking like ninth round finish. Like he doesn't have heavy hands, but it's gonna be a fucking
I think he's gonna come out here and have some dog, you know,
just a performance of a lifetime. Really to shake up like people worrying about shit Fulton.
And to send a message to Fulton and be like, you put on a good performance now check me out type shit.
And
that's gonna be a good one, man.
It's crazy.
I don't want to get discredit to Ronny Rios because he is a solid top 10 fighter in this division.
He had
a good hype early in his career. He had some fucking losses to like Ray Vargas for the title, and Ray Vargas was champion at the time. He's been working with Chocolatito. He looks more refined. Yeah, Chocolatito's been in the camp. His last 2 fights, he's looked very good. And Chocolatito's been in the camp for all those fights, so he looks more refined. And maybe this fucking MJ Akhmadaliev has been talking too much and not been working because he has been yelling on mics, Uzbek style, like fucking like, yeah. And I think he's gonna fucking destroy him. But at the same time, I do think Ronny Rios has been look better in his last few fights, at least from what I heard. There's no
because then like if you see MJ struggle or like have a slow start maybe, or he's, you know what I'm saying, if you see any type of weaknesses, then you're gonna automatically be like, damn. Now what happens when he's in the ring with Fulton? So it's gonna be interesting to see.
That's the best way to put it, actually. Just because I don't think Ronny Rios will win, even if he looks really good.
But he can do certain things to make him look uncomfortable. Like if he's forcing him to like making him work or something in that range. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. I'm not going to be looking for Rios maybe to pull out the win or nothing, but if he can make him work or something.
On to our main event in San Antonio, Texas. Oh, what's up, Kev?
Before we get to this event, there's a name that's just been popping up so motherfucking much. Chocolatito. Let me know. His name keeps popping up. Like
Marcus, you put me on.
Let me know.
I'll give you the honors to put Kev on.
Hey, man.
Time documentary on him yet.
I'm just going to drop just a tiny bit. Just know, bro, he is one of the best fighters of this generation. And that's not even saying it like trying to gas him. Like, he real deal is, hands down. Anyone that watches boxing will say the same thing. What you watch in the ring is different. He's a different cat. And the only reason why you don't know about him or didn't hear about him or whatever the case is, it's just because he's at that 115, 118, whatever. He's at those low weight classes. And man, but he's pretty much like the Pacquiao down there. Like he's just like an OG GOAT status. They have the 4 kings down there. He's working on the trilogy right now with fucking Estrada. But Kev, man, you need to go watch those fights too, because he's watching his boxing is watching pure, like literally the definition of art of boxing, bro. Like his combination style, his relentless fucking pressure, it's insane.
People are real boxing fans are more hyped for his trilogy against Estrada than they are Canelo Triple G.
Oh yeah, bro. I've seen polls where they said, which trilogy are you looking forward to the most? Triple G, Canelo, the Estrada, or back before the Tyson Fury Wilder happened, and everyone was voting Chocolatito Estrada, even over the Fury of Wilder fight. So like this show, like it just doesn't get us hyped because there's not really big knockouts. It's more like
pure skill, technicality, 115.
Literally, their second fight. Yeah, bro, their second fight, I'm pretty sure it was like a combination of like 1,200 punches. Like them boys just nonstop. And then Estrada and Chocolatito, bro, their styles are built for each other. It's insane. Like they literally were made for each other. So as soon as the bell rings, they're going at it. Straight combinations, no break, just throwing combinations, moving, literally nonstop until the bell ends. And then they pick it right up. Like that shit is crazy, bro, to watch.
I say
he's different, man. Chocolatito is really the truth, bro. But he's getting older now, so like he's definitely on the back end of his career, and it sucks because we ain't get to really enjoy his prime too much.
That's a great time to bring him up though, because that man, he's training the person in the co-main event, and he has battle history with the person in our main event.
Fucking fucked them up 2 times.
Let's see. Our DAZN, San Antonio, Texas, home. Texas is Jesse BamBam Rodriguez, home state. Our main eventer.
In his hood?
In his hood, taking on the OG legend, Srisaket For Rungvisai is his new dog on the block versus the legend. We'll refer to him as Rungvisai. So
Rungvisai. That's how I'll say it.
Yeah. So and the legend versus the new dog. And if you don't
the Rat Man, they be calling him the Rat Man.
The Rat Man. But if you don't know, this man. So this is a fight. So when Jesse BamBam Rodriguez won the belt for the WBC Super Flyweight Championship, he was a fill-in fighter 5 days out, 6 days out, and he won the belt. And he filled in for Rungvisai. So now it's only right with his first defense. He gives it to the person who filled in for it. And I give him, that boy got balls of steel, because at 23 to go up against the GOAT of this division, no matter the age, that is on your first title defense. I give it to Bam Bam for that. That's balls of steel.
Nah, man, the fact that it's crazy to think how he took that fight 5-day notice against a guy like Quadras. Like, this guy was a known, proven guy in this division.
One of the four horsemen.
Yeah, one of the four horsemen of this division. And it's literally just a cycle with these guys. They just all bounce back and fight each other. And, like, it's crazy. He went in there and put on a performance of a lifetime. And especially that slip. Wow, he turns around, literally switches stance in the middle. Like, he just a beautiful knockdown and just gets the win. Now he's going up and fighting a guy like this with heavy hands, bro. Like, this man has dropped people. He's gotten his knockouts. He's knocked out Chocolatito, which is insane.
Beat Chocolatito twice.
Back to back.
Beat Estrada, who was previously on the top 10 pound for pound list until the Bivol Canelo fight. And he beat Estrada twice. And he's fifth. What's his record already is insane. His record is 55-1, and his first 2 fights were losses. So
to have those names as W's on your resume is saying something, man. Like, you beat Chocolatito twice and you beat Estrada twice. Like, come on, man.
This is I don't think it's much argument. He's the greatest super flyweight ever. This man's he wears battle armor to the fucking ring. And it's only right because he goes to fucking war. Like, this man, literally, like, his style is not like, I'm gonna be speedy. Like, he's fast in his own right, but he's an inside dirty boxer, fucking power puncher. Like, 70
heavy-handed
punches are power punches. And I think this is honestly going to be the best fight of the night, just because, like, Bam Bam in his own right, probably the best footwork in the division. Arguably best footwork in all of boxing. So fast. Probably the
They're comparing to Lomachenko.
Yeah, hand speed off the charts. Very technical, and he has power in his shots. It's not like he sets up power shots. It's just his footwork puts him in the best place. And he's so sharp with his, like, hip turn when he throws his punches. Like, he literally, like, if you create a fighter for boxing at this weight class, this is who you would create.
At 22 years old only.
The only thing is, though, I think he's rushed. I think he's a little bit rushed. Like, he's naturally 108, 112.
Just a little bit.
5-day notice. He took the fight. He won quite convincingly, but Rungvisai is a different animal, bro. Like, he's bigger. He beat Estrada and he beat Chocolatito because they came from 112 up, and he used his bigger size and just completely power shot them to fucking oblivion and controlled the ring. And it's like, and I just think Bam Bam at 22, 23 years old, he's very technical, very good, but is it too early? Because this Rungvisai has made other great 112 fighters not look that good in this fight. And I know it's not the same Rungvisai because he's older, wear and tear. He's been in wars. He fucking fought in 100 Muay Thai fights. He was a Muay Thai fighter before all this.
That's crazy.
Right. He has over like 150 fights under his belt, like 100 Muay Thai fights before he came.
That's why he's a dog.
That's insane.
Mark, do you think it's too early? Do you think
Bro, I was thinking that earlier. I was like, man, this might be a little too much to handle, like a little too early. I feel like if he can pull this win off, bro, you might have to put Bam on the pound for pound list. Like, I know the pound for pound list is getting shaken up every fucking weekend, but damn, man, this might be the biggest win out of a young like fighter that like we talk about. Like this is bigger than.
It's up there with Haney Kambosos, and I don't care if he's winning all the belts. It's just
honestly, I think that's bigger than Kimbo. This is gonna battle with the Lomachenko Teofimo type, and like bigger. This would be bigger than the Shakur Oscar Valdez. This would be bigger than
the boogeyman of the division.
Yeah, like this. This W would be insane. It could be risky, man, because we gotta see how Bam can handle fighting off his back foot. Like we know he has the good footwork, but can he fight off the back foot? Can he? Well, we know he can fight off the back foot, but can he fight? Going like keeping him at a distance maybe, and just not letting him use his power as an advantage, because he is going up in weight, and like this is a little weight class, but those few pounds make a difference, man. Especially for these little guys.
We've seen Rungvisai take on top 10 pound per pound fighters that moved up from 112 to his division, Chocolatito and Estrada, and beat them convincingly multiple times. And it's just, that's why I say Bam's got fucking balls to be taken on for his first title defense. This guy. I don't care if he's 37, whatever, but this is his natural weight class. He never moves up, he never moves down, and he knows that this is his fucking sweet spot. Whereas Bam, he probably I think it might be a little too rushed, because if he loses this fight, he's taking 5 steps back. But if he wins this fight, he's taking like 20 steps forward, and then because
if he wins this fight, this could set up a super fight with maybe the winner of Chocolatito, Estrada 3, or maybe even if they're not setting that next, if Estrada got something planned, go and fight Chocolatito next or something. But even that's crazy, man, to go after these guys like all back to back, and he's only 22. Like he's gonna be the king of this division by like 25, 26 years old.
I think the biggest factor to this fight is the first 3-4 rounds. I think the early rounds are the most crucial, because if Rungvisai doesn't see anything from Bam to keep him at bay, to make him worry about his power or anything, he's not going to be scared, and he's just going to keep walking in. And that gas is not going to come off the pedal. And we've seen Rungvisai like stay in front of people the whole fight. Like, and it's because your power don't fear me. I fear your power. But if Bam, who I don't think he has power in his hands. I just think his footwork and everything sets up power shots. Yeah, like it's not that he has cannon for arms. It's just he's so picture perfect in his technical ability that he lands the best shot possible.
Hits that button.
But it's honestly, how do you like? I think it's time for our picks. Kev, here and everything. How do you see this fight going? You see the legend himself, Rungvisai, doing what he does and making it a brawl and winning and doing his thing. You see the fucking new dog on the block, Jesse BamBam Rodriguez, in the home state, putting on a show and just showing that he's the new champ.
I really think the vet's gonna win this one. I think the vet would do it. If I would have bet money, I would bet on the vet. But
he is the underdog, and it's big. I think he's like -500 for Bam and like +350 for Rungvisai.
But I'm taking Bam on this one, because what did I just say? I love when the boys come in and shake shit up at the last second, or like come in as a fill-in and shake shit up. And that's what he does. He's humble. He works hard. He's in the camp with Robert Garcia. And Robert Garcia is pretty fucking good if he's gonna fly all the way from England or whatever they got going on with Joshua to go see to go to his fight and everything like that. So like, this is gonna be a good one. I feel like he's gonna put on his best performance. And like, if he loses, at least he did what he can. Go back to your division. This isn't what you're doing. But like, I'm taking the new dog on the block, man. I'm taking the pup.
I mean, this pup does have battle scars, because he is the current champion. He did come in short notice last time and won it. Now he has a full camp to defend his belt.
That's fucking crazy to think about that too.
I just think it's nuts, because he didn't. Correct me if I'm wrong, Marcus, but Bam didn't even win a belt in his division.
I don't think so.
He didn't win a belt because he would have been 21 in his division when he won a belt or whatever. But he steps in a weight class above his for a vacant title against one of the one of the 4 go to the division. beats him, and then turns around and it says, fuck it, I'll defend it against the best this division's ever gotten.
This is why I stress stop putting Tank in certain conversations, man. Because you got guys over here doing things like this.
Under the radar.
Compared to Tank fighting a guy like Rolly. This is what I mean. Like, Tank's skill set is up there, but when you're fighting guys like Rolly, when you're not offering nothing but beef, compared to guys like Bam is fighting, he's going after the 4 horsemen of his division. So it's like,
oh, we got Kev's pick. Mark, who are you riding with? I know you're a big BamBam fan, but we have talked highly on the legend, battle armor and all.
Fuck the legend, man. I'm going big BamBam. So yeah, man, fuck him. It's big BamBam, and I think he's gonna come out, and I think it's gonna be a tough task though, because he's how they want to gas him up and comparing to Lomachenko and his footwork and stuff. I think he's going to showcase that fully on this weekend. I think he's going to work his way around the ring, and I think he's going to have to try to keep him off this back foot and not let these power shots or let him get frustrated in the ring. And I think he's going to pull out the dub. And once he does, man, I won't put him in the top 10 yet because it might be too early for that, but it's gonna be right on that edge, man. This is a huge win. He's definitely above Tank in my pound for pound if he wins this fight.
If he wins this fight, I put him, if not above Shakur, at the number 2 spot behind Shakur as best fighters under 25.
That's man, under 25. Fuck, well, best fighters.
Because Haney would be at the 3, and then probably Benavidez at the 4, but that's just me if you're asking.
Damn, under 25, you might be right. I don't know. I might still put Shakur at 1, but Bam definitely number 2. He's definitely top 2, though.
That's what if he wins this. Because if he loses this, I would put Haney at the 2.
It also depends how the fight even goes, because, like, if he gets, like, a close win, if he dominates the fight, like, we got to see how it really plays out. Because if he goes in there and does a clean sweep, like, I don't know if he has the knockout power to drop him, but to go in there and maybe do, like, what Shakur did to Oscar Valdez, where you just, like, the dude only won, like, or even what Haney did to Kimbosis, like, he only won, like, 2 rounds at the most. So if he do some shit like that, man, that's a statement.
So, like I said, early rounds I think will be very crucial for Rungvisai to be worried about the power or not, and how the fight will be dictated. So I will be watching that. But right now, my pick is, fuck y'all, bro. Because I was going Bam. 100%. I think the wear and tear on Rungvisai. He's older. He's been in wars. This isn't the same Rungvisai that beat Chocolatito. This isn't the same person that beat Estrada. He's older now.
That was a couple years ago.
His speed isn't all the way there. The power's still there, but the speed's not all the way there. But hearing that both of you are going Bam Bam, I'm gonna make it interesting. I'm going to especially Marcus saying fuck the legend. Fuck you. Like, I'm going.
Nigga, Marcus is a Randy Orton fan, but you can tell he's just a legend killer.
Right, you know it's crazy, man.
You come on this show and hate on women's boxing, and then you hate on the legends. This is fucking inconceivable.
And it's fuck the UK boxing too.
Oh, we can all agree on that. That's unanimous.
Hey man, Randy Orton's my guy, man. I'm the villain all day. Fuck that. And Jake Paul is my guy, man. Y'all forgetting Jake Paul is my dude.
Well, I say that, stay tuned, because we do have a Jake Paul special. But I think that the second half of the fight, I think it'll be a close fight in the first 6 rounds. A firecracker 50-50. Rungvisai getting his hits in, his power shots in, and Bam gets his 2 or 3 combos in because he's the faster fighter. And I think his footwork is just gonna, like, his footwork will let him get in and get his shots in, but he's gonna have to take 1 shot from Rungvisai before he gets out. And that's going to be the first 6 or so rounds. And then I think Rungvisai's age starts to show and he starts to slow down. He hits that wall. That was my original game plan. But thanks to Marcus, I think Rungvisai is going to come in here and be a fucking weight bully. Show him what he showed Estrada, show him what he showed Chocolatito, and show him like, bro, you are a natural 112er, 108er. What the fuck are you doing in my division? I've seen people just as fast as you, and I swatted those flies away, and I'm gonna do it again. And I don't give a fuck. It's your hometown, but I think he's gonna come in here, put in a solid performance, and he has one more fight in him. He might win this belt and not look the same in his defense, but he's gonna come back and he's gonna put on one last show for his fucking fans, and he's gonna win by. I don't want to say knockout because I know Jesse BamBam got the chin, but does he really got the chin, or has he just been that much better where he hasn't been touched? So
yeah, that's true.
I'm just gonna say Rungvisai gets a knockdown and he wins by decision.
That'd be crazy if he knocks him down.
Shout out to the legends out there listening.
Shout out legends.
And legend killers.
I know I didn't like that laugh. That just sounded villainy.
All I hope is this is a great.
Straight punting every legend. Like Triple G, he's the next one getting punting. Bow, punt in the head. Randy Orton, legend killer. Lomachenko, bow, legend killer.
Hey, you keep my Lomachenko out your mouth.
Hey, my boy already got him. Brooklyn made, but my boy Brooklyn made's down bad, so I'm not gonna rap too hard.
Yeah, but fucking, it was the collusion that got him. But anything else we gotta talk about for arguably the most stacked card of the year for boxing?
Hey, just tune in, man. Start off with the women boxing. Shout out women boxing.
We're talking undisputed female Jessica McCaskill putting up her belts against Alma Iberra. Oh, there's a different tune for Marcus. And then we got the unified MJ Akhmadaliev versus Ronny Rios. And then to close us out, don't go nowhere, Jesse Rodriguez, Bam Bam in his home state, putting up the WBC super flyweight versus the GOAT, Srisaket For Rungvisai. We broke it down for you. This has been Paul, Pick and Win 'em Contra. That's been Kev, Waterboy Savoy. And that's been Marcus, Women Boxing Hayden, legend.
Hey, shout out women boxing, man.
It has been Totally Blitzed podcast.
Yeah, bitch.
Problem with being problematic. Get the light beam on me, ready for electrostatic. Don't you step into this box if you're not batting. Then my gang got tools. You could call them boy crap, man. This gang got rules, man. You better watch your passes. This ain't not.